Hey guys, today we are going to test the Banishment of Evil Spirit Sinon skill. This is an accele skill for bow with dark element, and it has a buff that will increase our attack as our HP gets lower. We will look into the detail on how good this buff is and how to use it, but first let's take a look into the attack animation. This skill is a single target skill with a single hit, and the attack animation is not the fastest but not the slowest either. It has some delay before it hits, so sometimes it can be challenging to hit the enemy. The buff that we get from this skill is a stack buff that will last 20 seconds, and the skill has 16 seconds cooldown, so we will have some time to reapply the buff and increase the buff stack. And just like the typical accele skill, it has a good switch value and will increase the stack by 9 stack when we use the skill as a switch, which will make it faster to stack the buff. The skill buff will depend on how low our HP is, so to get the maximum value of this buff, we will need to get our HP as low as possible. So how strong is this buff at max stack, really? So when my player has max HP, which means that the buff won't be activated, it can do this much damage. When I get my player HP to 1 and have 99 stack of the buff, now I can do this much damage, which is a significant increase. And this skill is best used with the other skill that has bonus that will increase damage or attack as our player's HP gets lower, like this Feeling of Gunpowder Sinon skill that will get 100% damage as our HP gets lower. When used in conjunction with the skills, these skills that normally only does this much damage when my HP is 1 now can do this much damage with 99 stack of buff, which is very good increase. How does this buff compare to Reckless Courage buff with similar description? So using the Feeling of Gunpowder skill with Reckless Courage 4, I can do this much damage. So the buff from the Banishment of Evil Spirit skill give more attack at max stacks. What's better though is that both of these skills buff can be used at the same time, which can give me a very good damage increase, as you can see in here. Here is some example on how we can use the skill in a build. We will need a main damage dealer skill, which in this case I am using a mod bow skill attached with a bonus that can increase my damage by 250% as my HP gets lower, which synergizes very well with this buff. Then I will use the Banishment of Evil Spirit Sinon skill, then a Connect skill that has a bonus that increases stack when we use the Connect skill, and the Connect skill is attached with a skill with a Reckless Courage 4, and another buff skill that can increase my damage like this Fire Demon debuff. The last skill is an Awakening skill that will increase my rush bonus. This is because I won't be able to maintain the stack if I use a 4th skill due to not having enough SP. Also, I did not put the Banishment of Evil Spirit inside the Connect skill because it will make the Connect skill cool down higher than 20 seconds and I won't be able to maintain the stack. If you have a second skill with the Risk Taker 4 buff, you can put it in the Connect skill and the other outsides to maintain the stack. That way, it will make the stacking faster. With this build, my maximum damage can reach this much now. But unfortunately, this build relies on the enemy not targeting us, which means that it can only be used in party settings. We will still be able to use the same build if the enemy is targeting us, but we will need to use a different mod attachment in our mod skill. So to summarize, this Banishment of Evil Spirit Sinon skill is a very strong buff skill when we can stack it to 99 stack. This skill works very well with Suicide Bow build, which is the strongest bow build at the moment. The drawback of this skill is that the attack animation is a little slow on the first hit, and it can easily miss the enemy, which increases the chance of us losing the stack. The stack can take a long time to build to get a good amount of attack increase as well, which makes it not suitable for speedrun. So what do you think of these skills? Do you have a good build to use with this skill? Let me know in the comment below if you do, because I would love to learn the different builds as well. And if you want to learn on how to build a Suicide Bow build that can be benefited by the skill, check out this next video here and I will see you there. Bye now.